I'm breastfeeding around the clock still. I still feel like I'm breastfeeding the same as I was when they were newborns. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and like and share this video. Here we are. It is the morning time. The babies just went down for their nap. We are still in Mexico for another month and we are enjoying ourselves very much. It is so lovely here. The sun is shining every day and it's the perfect temperature. Although it is a little bit hot the last couple days, I think it's starting to get warmer as the summer approaches. We've definitely gone to more of a flow, more of a routine. It took a little bit of time, especially with 3 kids, and we were all just like super sick in the beginning. And so yeah, that definitely made us all, well, I definitely was homesick in the beginning, and it just takes time to get into the flow. It takes about 1.5 to 2 months to get adjusted to being in a new place, and I found it definitely took that long for us to get into the rhythm, find out what we like, find out what we don't like, and then as soon as you get along to 3 months, then it's like you're in a full-blown flow. And for us, that's when we're supposed to go back home, and of course we're like getting into a rhythm. Safia has started school here and she's really loving it, and of course we've met lots of new friends and connections, so many lovely people. So yeah, we're definitely loving it here. We'll go back to Canada, and then you never know what the future holds. We're always open to new possibilities, changes, new adventures, seeing what the universe is bringing for us. You never know. And for me, the most important thing is just being somewhere where we can buy organic, local foods, putting my girls in a school or a program that I feel is in alignment with our beliefs, and of course doing yoga. I'm realizing on this trip that I feel like yoga is actually meant to be done outside, because I just feel so alive when I do yoga underneath a tree with the sun shining on me. You know, Mother Nature mirrors us. So when we are in Mother Nature, we become alive as well. Doing yoga with the jungle in the background, there is nothing better than that. So definitely we will see where the universe takes us, but we are very open to new adventures and new possibilities for where we're supposed to be. I want to be as self-sustainable as we possibly can be. Like when it comes down to eating organic, I would love if we could grow even 50% of the food that we eat. Seeing what happens, and this adventure was something that allowed us to take a risk and take a chance to see if we would want to continue to take those adventures and do something different. So you never know. But so yes, the babies are 10 months old. They turned 10 months old last week. And I have no idea how we got here. Time has just gone by so fast. It has been such a blur in some parts. It feels like it's either been forever or it's been just yesterday that they were born. It's like, it's hard to actually process what has happened in the last 10 months because it is just, it's so wild and so transformative and so busy all the time. So it's just been, yeah, it's been a wild ride. They are super active. I don't know if I did a 9-month update, but they started walking at 9 months. Elio took her first steps a couple days before 9 months, so she was just at the tail end of 8 months. Crazy. Rumi, it took her a whole 3 to 4 weeks for her to start taking steps, and which was so crazy because we were always saying, oh my God, Rumi does everything first. She was born first, she rolled over first, you know, she was always first. And then Elio just like came out of the woodworks and she was like, nah, I'm gonna start taking steps first, just watch me. So yeah, she's, and now they're fully like, you know, just kind of like going around. They maybe take like 5, 6, 7 steps and then they plop down on their bums. Rumi's still a little bit, like a couple weeks behind in terms of maybe she'll take like more like 1 or 2 or 3 steps and then she'll pop down on her bum. But Elio can go from like, you know, the door to the sofa or whatever. Or it's so cute because Safi will be like, come to me, and she just will walks over to Safi and Safi hugs her, and it's just the cutest thing ever. So yeah, early walkers, twins and early walkers, it is a handful. It's just busy. We are in that stage where we constantly have to watch them, and especially where we are here in Mexico, like we don't have any of our stuff in terms of gates or the clips that you put on your cupboards, those sorts of things that we all have at our home in Vancouver. So we're like constantly having to watch them, and there's no time to just like lay back on the couch and relax with them yet. So it's like running a marathon all day, every day. I say that to Matisse every day. I'm like, having twins is like running a marathon. It's crazy. So yeah, it's been hectic, it's been busy. They're both just developing so beautifully, and they're starting to do really, really cool things, like they're mimicking now. So when we leave the house and we say hi, or so when someone leaves the house and we go bye, they go, or when we say hi, then they do the same thing, hi. Or say if you touch your chest, like you go like this, or you touch your belly, they do the same thing. And it's just, they mimic you and copy you. So it's just, oh man, just these developments that I forgot about with Safi are starting to happen now, and it's very cool to witness. Yeah, they're just growing so beautifully and so well, and I'm breastfeeding around the clock still. I still feel like I'm breastfeeding the same as I was when they were newborns, to be honest. I don't go more than 4 hours without breastfeeding them, basically. And I'm still using the Haka. Like if we're gonna be out for longer than 4 hours or exactly 4 hours, I will pump a little bit of milk with the Haka. It's still working. I much prefer using a Haka than using a manual, or than using an electric pump. I prefer to have like a manual pump like the Haka. So yeah, just still busily breastfeeding. They are still getting up on average 2 to 3 times a night, which is, it's a lot. It's a lot. I remember with Safi, when she reached a year, I was like, hey, Matisse, I am not getting up with her anymore in the night. You have to get up with her. And we'll see what happens when the girls, we don't really call them the twins, we call them the girls, because I don't want them to just be like identified as the twins all the time. But anyways, when they start waking up, or when they reach a year, I will see how we feel around whether they're ready to wean or not. I would love to just feed once a night. Like I would be happy to wake up and feed them once a night. But 2 to 3 times, it's still really exhausting. Like at 10 months, I am tired. And I know it's totally biologically normal for them to be waking up, or else they wouldn't be waking up to eat. So for me, it's more around maybe just encouraging them to eat more during the day and drink more during the day, and know that that's when it's the time to eat and drink rather than having it at night. I always have to balance out who is being nourished in this situation, because as much as I know that it's normal that they're waking up to eat, at the end of the day, if I am getting exhausted by waking up with them, then I can't be there for them as much during the day. And I have to be fully present, fully on, fully aware, energized and ready to go every single day. So I kind of have to balance out, like maybe we do cut out the night feeds at a year so that I can have more energy during the day and be the best mom that I can possibly be. So I totally understand like being like, no, listen to their cues and go along and all this kind of stuff. But then it's like end up suffering in the end, and then I can't be there for them. And I truly believe that being the best parent is just by being the best version of yourself and taking care of yourself. So being mindful of when does the balance go off. And sometimes I feel like the balance goes off with the night feedings, and then I'm like, okay, no, like this doesn't work for me. I can't continue on with this anymore. So I think we'll probably want to start maybe weaning a little bit at night. Like I said, I'm happy to do 1 feed or no feeds. Oh God, I would love to have a whole night of sleep. I know it's coming. It's just that particular 10-month period where I remember this with Safi too, being like, can I continue on with this? And yeah, I can. It's just getting through it. And it's like military training, literally waking up at night, and it's hard. but it's just allowing me to become stronger as a person and as a mother. And yeah, it's hardcore. Twins are not for the faint of heart, that is for sure. So yeah, last night in particular, Rumi was up, like she didn't want to go to sleep, or Elio didn't want to go to sleep, finally got her to sleep, and then Rumi was up 11 to 2. We could not get her to sleep no matter what we did. Rocked her, I nursed her, we're bouncing with her on the ball, everything, and she just didn't want to go to sleep. So we finally, after 3 hours, just put her down, and she cried for like a minute or two, like, ah, ah, ah. So yeah, she cried for a minute or two. It's heartbreaking, it's hard. I can't say that I 100% agree with crying it out, but the thing is, again, the balance was like, because we've been up for 3 hours trying to get her to sleep, and it's like, I'm gonna be exhausted in the morning, and then I can't be there for my kids in the way that they need me. And so, yeah, and then got her to sleep finally. She fell asleep on her own. And then Safi was up at 6, and she was like ready to get up and wanting to wake up the babies. And I was like, no, no, no. And we just got up and made some breakfast. And it's like, I got to start the day, you know? So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And the days are busy. Basically, right now we wake up, it's breakfast. So boob, breakfast, they play a little bit, and then nap. And the nap they usually wake up around 7, and then the nap's usually around 9 or 10, and they'll nap for like an hour to 2 hours, which has been great. Then they're up for 3 hours, they have some lunch and some poop, and then they have another hour to 2 hour long nap. And then which usually starts around 2 p.m. And then they wake, and then they have boob, dinner, playtime, and then sleep is usually around 7:30. And then it just continues on from there. So it's busy. Like I was joking yesterday, like I'm like, breakfast time, lunch time, dinner time, like always cooking, always making stuff, always having to think about the next meal. And yeah, it's just, I guess that's just what having kids is like, you know? It's crazy. You just don't realize how much your parents do until you have kids yourself. So thanks, Mom and Dad. Yeah, so I think that's about it. We're just, they're doing really well. We're, you know, they're growing great, and I cannot believe that they're going to be a year old soon. I'm already thinking about planning their first birthday party, and it just feels like they were just born yesterday. So it's really wild. I also want to mention that on Friday, March 4th, I will be speaking at the PIP Summit. It is a pregnancy, parenthood, and postpartum conference filled with lots of professionals, people that can support you in your journey to parenthood. And I am so honored to be speaking at it. I will be in the Real Talk, Real Parent portion. So please tune in if you can. I look forward to seeing you there if you can make it. You can go to my Instagram account at Kate Hill. I am selling tickets through my Linktree. So you can go and get tickets through there. And I really look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Deep peace on your journey. Ciao for now. Bye.